So I'm going to start with the autumn statement because I think that made it very clear what this government's all about. We actually saw increased money for defence research, and increased subsidies for fossil industries. So we can see that the government is entirely going the wrong direction in terms of the themes we're talking about today. And our alternative autumn statement was focused on three main things: upgrading the grid, paying for natural flood defences, and a huge flagship project to insulate homes. So you can see the crossover with what Chris said, and you can see how far we are from the Tories. And this is why I think it's great being here today and seeing people from different political parties and from different political movements. And actually it's quite a different sort of audience to the one I usually speak to, and I think a very mixed audience. And that gives me a lot of hope, because we're going to have to work together. And it's an emergency that we work together to get the Tories out of power as quickly as possible, because they are destroying our country. And not only are they not tackling the issue of climate change, which wasn't mentioned at all in the autumn statement speech, but they are actively destroying the country in front of our eyes, and we have to find a way to cooperate. Most people in this country do not want a Tory government, but when we work against each other, that's what we get. So that's, to me, an absolute priority. I won't go through the numbers. I just want to say that conversion is already happening. The guy from Scientists for Global Responsibility at the back made this point in the session on arms conversion, but we're already seeing a rapid shift into the sorts of industries we want to see. We are seeing these green jobs being created. A green economy is a jobs-rich economy. I don't want to say it's a labour-intensive economy, because I think we can also use technology, but to me the important thing with technology is who owns it. One of the sessions I was at, that question was raised. There was quite a lot of discussion about commons, which I won't go through now. But just to say, this is a vital question, because we need to be able to harness technology for social good. And let's just think about Facebook. I mean, who creates the value in Facebook? I expect a lot of you are too right on and aren't members, but if you've got a Facebook account, you are creating the value. You're putting the photos there, you're putting your clever, witty thoughts there, you are creating the value on Facebook, and that value is being enclosed and captured by the Facebook corporation. Now, to me, it seems completely reasonable to say, okay, you've had your first $1 billion, we'll liberate Facebook now. And I think we need to be thinking much more creatively about ideas like that, particularly when it comes to the internet. And let's also celebrate the aspects of the internet that already work on a commons basis. And to me, Wikipedia is a great example of that, because Wikipedia is not a model, and not a privatised model. In fact, the internet itself has effectively been gifted to us all. Tim Berners-Lee could have put a copyright on that, and we would all have to pay to use that amazing information system. But that's been given as a free good, and we should not allow people who come later to then privatise bits of it and enclose bits of it and make us pay for the privilege. The internet should belong to us all, and let's celebrate the bits of it that do. I'm going to finish now because I know somebody else has to speak, but I just want to say something about Trump. Because I'm sure you can remember, I mean, it was even worse than the 24th of June for me, waking up on that dreadful Trump day and realising that, the worst had happened twice in 1 year. But after about 2 days of utter despair, it occurred to me that actually Trump is really opening up a lot of space for exactly the sort of politics I want to see. During the referendum campaign, I was going around talking to people, and I used this phrase, making globalisation work for everybody, which is now quite a popular phrase. I'm not saying I invented it, but I think it's a very important thing to hang on to, because a lot of the critique that made people vote for Brexit and encouraged people to vote for Trump, it's a critique we share. It's about crap jobs, it's about feeling out of control, it's about the fact that globalisation is controlled by a small number of corporations. It's us that wants to take back control, but what we've got to do is link that feeling of despair and that feeling of lack of hope that causes people to vote for charlatans and fascists, and actually tie it to our practical proposals. So I have this little phrase which is called hope with a plan, because I think there's a complete false hope that's being offered by the far right. But we have a real message of hope, but it's with a plan attached to it, and that's why I think it's great today that actually this conference is all about a plan that was attached to hope, and that's what we've got to offer, and we have to connect that to the people who are feeling this sense of despair. And so I very much look forward to hearing your practical proposals to do that. Thank you very much.